Howdy guys and gals, I'm Silent Senior 09, and this is Let's Play Spyro, Ripto's Rage. And as you can see here, that's kind of a cute moment. If you sit here long enough, Spyro will actually start to bathe himself, and he kind of adjusts the spikes on his head like it's his hair, which is kind of a nice little detail. And then occasionally, what you'll notice is Sparks, the dragonfly that's kind of fluttering around, which I don't even think I've made mention of that. He's his like little companion. He's kind of our health meter as well, but anyway, we'll get into that when we get into it. Sometimes he'll zoom back and he'll stare at you like he's looking at you through the TV screen. It's kind of cute. Anyway, we're going to sit here all day and admire that. We're going to go ahead and get started. Let's do this. Oh yeah. In Summer Forest. Ellipse. Cannonball!
Oh no.
Oh yes. Evil's afoot.
Hello. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Elora.
Hi, I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gym cutters in Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What, is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
There are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical. If you can collect enough of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto.
Oh.
Hunter, where have you been?
I got a little lost.
Spyro's going to help us collect the talismans.
I am?
He is?
Spyro, look. There's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest. You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants to give you their talisman. You can keep them in your guidebook.
Hey, I could do that. Why doesn't the dragon just torch Ripto?
Hey, I'm down with that.
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talisman?
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I better be the one that collects them.
If you come across any orbs, they're important too, but I'll tell you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hot foot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
Nom nom nom. I'm down for that plan, although that definitely will not be quite as easy as we think it will be. It never is. Auto-saving! Great! My worst nightmare and any video producer's nightmare when a game invents auto-saving. I mean, we like it when we're playing the game. We don't have to worry about potentially redoing something, but oh man. By the way, that jar with the glittery butterfly that I just flamed, it actually functions as two... What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, dude. Are we starting off the second video with having trouble finding the correct word we want to use? It serves the purpose of both refilling your life and giving you what I call Spyro Up. Instead of calling a 1-up, I call Spyro Up because, I mean, hey, it just makes sense to me. I mean, you can call it Dragon Up if you want to. Just don't call it 7-Up because, you know, then we'll start drinking it. Ooh. Anyway, what's the word? What else did I want to say? Oh, I wanted to mention something about Sparks. Sparks, the dragonfly that we have, I was talking about how he was kind of like a life meter to us earlier. What that is basically the number of hits that we can take. Right now he's glowing gold, as you may notice later, because there's going to be some levels that really kick my fanny pretty royally. The more damage we take, the dimmer his color will get. He'll turn like into a bluish rainbow color, and then he'll turn green, and then eventually he'll just disappear. The other thing that Sparks can do is, yeah, that. He can actually pick up the treasure for me because laziness for the win. We're about to get some more tutorials, so I'm going to shut up for a second.
Spyro, this is the homeworld called Summer Forest. There are portals to many of the Avalar worlds around here. Unfortunately, Ripto has taken over the castle, and we need your help. Start by retrieving the talismans from each of the worlds you go to.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Let's do that. No. Sorry, I like the little voices that they did for each of the characters. Alright, so you may be thinking, hey, let's go ahead and glide across there. Well, instead of doing that, you might want to actually make pay to visit down here. Make pay? I mean, you want to make pay. Because, you know, if you don't make pay, then you may miss a bill, and if you miss a bill, then, well, whatever service you had put under that bill is going to wind up discontinuing their services for you. It's kind of how it usually works. It's kind of like how if you decide to try and gyp an artist out of a payment you promised that they would do for doing some work, and then you decide, I'm not paying. And then they're going to be like, well, Guess we'll be holding on to this and they'll hold on to the artwork as hostage, you know. And that's their right, just saying.
Hiya, Spyro. Ripto smashed this bridge, so I guess you'll have to glide across it. Press X to jump, then press X again while you're still in the air to glide.
Glide! Oh my gosh, what is with your way of pronouncing the word glide, dude? Did they, like, tell you to do that? Whoever did his voice, they said, you need to make the most emphatic "ide" sound that you could possibly do whenever you're pronouncing the word glide. So that instead of glide, it's glide! Oh my good lord. What are you trying to do? The sound for our Pokemon like Gliiiiiiide?
Glide!
Or Gliscor?
Glide score!
Jeez. Here I am starting off all obnoxious like. Starting off? Dude, I have been obnoxious since the first episode, and I have not stopped. It could be going worse. I could actually have absolutely nothing in my mind to say, and then we wind up sitting here with nothing but just me moving around, jerking around like a doofus, having nothing of interest or fast. Ooh, that's a big old gem if I ever saw one. Jiminy Christmas! I completely forgot to do that. I'm so sorry. I forgot to mention each of the gems and how much they're worth. They haven't actually changed in value, so that's probably why I didn't say anything. But, the gems go like this, because you may have noticed there's, like, numbers bouncing up and down when they say how much the gem is worth. Red gems are worth 1, green gems are worth 2, blue ones are worth 5, yellow ones are worth 10, and that purple one that we so graciously picked up is worth a whopping 25. And Zoe's about to do another tutorial.
Sparks, the dragonfly following you around is your health indicator, Spyro. The brighter he is, the more hit points you have.
Health indicator? Ooh, that's $1 million phrase if I ever heard it. Definitely much better than what I was like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like the amount of hits you could take. I don't even know what I said earlier, but she definitely made it much more gracefully. Also, as you can see here, we can kind of do like a dragon paddle in the water, but we can't actually dive underwater. And you may have noticed there's actually stuff in the water. Well, oh, okay, there we go. Stuff in the water that we need to be able to get to. I wonder how we're going to be able to do that. There must be a character in this game who can teach us. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, no. I bet his swimming lessons are pretty expensive.
Sorry, Spyro. I'd love to teach you how to swim underwater, but not as much as I'd love to take your treasure.
At least he is honest. I'll give him that. 500 gems?! What the fudge, dude? That's highway robbery! How do you even keep a swim class? Jeez, dude, screw you. And he's not even going to do like a demonstration of it. He's just going to tell us verbally, oh, you're doing good! Stroke, stroke, stroke! Yeah, there you go, you got it. Okay, now just dive in like a cannonball. That's all he's going to do. He's just going to tell us what to do. Better yet, you know what he's going to do? He's going to shove us right in the water and say, okay, sink or swim, have fun. I bet you that's what kind of teacher he would be if he were to ever teach a swim class. Oh, man. Hey, Hunter, what's up?
Hi, Spyro. You look like you're pretty agile. Let's try putting it to a test. See if you can get up this first step. Press X and hold it down to get more hang time.
Well, that's one way to word it, but I think I have a better way of saying it. You know how kind of like in Mario games, and I know this is like using a comparison that's terrible, but it's the best I got. When you push the button, the jump button, in this case it's X, if you push it lightly, you'll actually jump really lightly, barely off the ground. But if you push and hold the button down, the character actually jumps higher. A prime example of this is when you have to do that jump rope challenge in Super Mario Odyssey. How people tell you the trick is to jump really softly, or you barely touch the button. You kind of just graze it and you lightly tap it. In this case, however, we kind of need to push it all the way down, so... there we go.
Okay, not bad. Now to make this next jump, you'll have to glide. Press X to jump, then press X again at the top of your jump to get the maximum glide distance.
Okay, well at least now he's stopped doing that glide business. He's kind of pronouncing it a little less emphatically, which, I mean, I wouldn't mind, but it just distracts me. I can't help but, like, glide the way he says it. Ooh.
Nice job. Now try to do a hover. Press X to jump, then press X again to glide. Then when you reach the end of your glide, press triangle to hover. Hovering will give you extra height and distance.
Yes, indeed. By the way, I have actually been doing that unintentionally and haven't even said how the heck I'm doing it. So, in the previous Spyro game, the thing that we were able to do is, when we jumped at the top of our jump and glided, the only thing we could do after that is, when we pushed triangle, Spyro would automatically drop down, like gravity suddenly just started working in overtime. In this game, and henceforth onward, the way this works is, it allows you to hover a little bit. So, we're gonna jump, glide, and there we go. And you kind of want to push... Oh. Hunter? Hunter? Hello? Why are you over there? I'm over here, dude. What the fudge? Did the game just, like... You know what? I think the game thinks I fell, so he's all the way back there and he's gonna give the lesson again. That is so dumb. What the heck? Alright, let's go back over here and let's relearn how to glide.
To hover, press triangle during your glide. Make sure to wait until you're near your target before you hover. Don't forget to press forward on the D-pad or the analog stick when you hover.
I just did, dude! What the heck? How the heck does that happen? I mean, the only thing I can think of is if maybe there's like a time limit and if you're... Because I'm seeing you rattle off the head. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
Very good. Now for the hardest leap of all. You'll have to give this one everything you've got. Get a walking start, jump, glide, and hover just before you get to the edge of the platform. Don't forget to press forward on the D-pad or analog stick when you hover.
He said D-pad. I don't know why, that just sounds funny to me. You know what, for the longest time I didn't know what D-pad meant when I heard people describe controls. I'm like, D-pad? What the heck's a D-pad? I mean, the control pad. But it turns out the control pad is called the D-pad. I don't exactly know why they call it that. I'm guessing because the buttons on the PlayStation 2 controller, kind of, if you look at them, in a way they look like little Ds, but I don't know how exactly that works for other controllers.
Wow, you're a pretty good athlete. If I hadn't lost my running shoes, I'd take you on for real. For now, here's an orb for your collection.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it, dude. Yes! Even in the hub world, we're going to have to do little challenges like this to collect orbs. Hooray. Also, if we glide right over there, we can't reach it, but you can kind of get a little teaser of something we're going to have to do once we learn how to swim. Right over here. Oh, right there. I know, just out of your reach. Just out of the tip of our nose reach, man. Woman. Oh, we can't even get it. Anywho, I reckon that'll have to do it for today. I mean, I kind of want to enter a world, but I know I've been farting around too much here, and by the time we get through that world, it's going to be like, what, 20-30 minutes, so I don't want to make a really long video. But the next time we meet, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to go ahead and enter Colossus, and we're going to begin our second world in Summer Forest. See you all next time. Peace.